Hello and welcome to Module 6, Set the Standards in 7 Steps Organizing Your Home, a family's lasting solution to organizing the chaos. I am a mom of 5. I'm a wife to a hotshot trucker, a continuous improvement consultant, and a chaos manager by default because of my crazy kiddos. In today's session, we're going to talk about how to create and implement an organizational standard with your family. We're going to talk about how you determine how clean is clean, how often you will clean, how you communicate these standards with your family, and then how to monitor how well you are doing. All right, so here's some standardizing techniques that you will do. So once you get your items placed in the cabinets, you're going to put labels that say what the item is so that even when it's removed from the space, you know that that's where it should go. And once you get those items labeled, you're going to take pictures of the space as you have it, like you want it. So I wouldn't wait till like the next day or a couple of days to go take the pictures because you want it to look fresh and clean just as you wanted it to be. And if you wait a little bit, you might get things out of place, and items can get dirty and need to be put back away. So take those pictures immediately, and then you'll create a checklist and standards for maintaining those first 3 S's. Now, you won't do the checklist and those standards by yourself. You're going to sit down with your family and you're going to talk about the space and say, what do you think we need to do daily to keep it looking nice? And let them add their suggestions. And then, of course, you will add your own. And you want to make sure that everyone knows and agrees with those standards. So you set the expectations and you talk about how often the space is going to be cleaned and what that standard looks like for how clean is clean. And then this phase also involves a lot of training and communication for all family members. So you may have to work with especially your smaller children, on how to make the space look clean, how it is that they do the dishes or they put the dishes away, or how they should wipe down the cabinets and what that should look like. And I know that seems tedious to teach all that, but sometimes kids are used to just doing it and not doing the best standards, and you kind of come up and clean up after them and just deal with it. But this is where you're teaching them those responsibilities, how to do things really well and with pride, and make sure things look nice. And then you're going to hold everyone accountable once you set those standards. And we'll discuss that in a little bit more. All right, so we're going to place the labels visually to see what items go in each spot. You're going to post pictures of how the space should look. So once you take those pictures, I like to put those pictures that I print out inside my cabinet, or when my kids open up the door, then they can see what it should look like. And when they put the items away, not only do they have the label that tells them what it is, but how it should be put neatly away. Because I have come to the realization that it doesn't matter if there's a label there. They may put that thing in there so crooked and messed up that it's still going to be a disaster. So the pictures help them see what they should look like. And in the next session, we talk about how to coach your family back to expectations. It'll also help you through that coaching. You're going to determine how clean is clean and how often cleaning will happen. So that'll be part of that discussion that you do with your family when you sit down and talk about those standards. And then I find it beneficial to create a cleaning schedule with individual assignments. And I like to do those weekly so that they get used to that assignment, especially in the kitchen when they were unloading the dishwasher. Whichever child that was, that's usually where the out of standard would happen, or they would not be meeting those expectations because they would put things away and messy or not in the right spot. And so after they would do their unloading, I would go back and check the space, and then I would come to them and talk to them about it. And so that gives me 7 different days to really coach them into doing a good job with that. All right, and so here's our after pictures. Make sure whatever it is that you took for your before pictures, that you go back and take the exact picture for your after picture so you can compare the 2 later. All right, so that's it for this session. In the next session, we're going to learn some sustainment strategies. We're going to learn how to create a successful sustainment plan. And then we're also going to learn the tool that I talked about, the GROW coaching method just a second ago. And this is when sustainment standards are not met. So this is the way you're going to coach them back up to expectations. And you will do this without having to get upset or frustrated with them, because this is just really, they have to tell you what they're going to do to get back to where they should be. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next session.